she will be telling you a little bit about herself, and she has a wonderful talk to share with you guys. It is very important, though, when we have a guest, that we are being respectful.
Hey. So I am Kelly Leslie, and I am here today just to talk to everybody about living your dreams. And I'm not talking about the dreams as we sleep. I'm talking about setting goals for you, things you want to do, deciding in life what you want to do, and knowing that you can always achieve those through working at it. And I'll teach you how to do that towards the end today, and you'll be able to see how easy that is. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about me and my dreams, and I've learned to do this at a pretty young age, and I didn't even really know I was doing it quite when I was doing it, but I've learned through the years how important it is and how really you can accomplish absolutely anything you want, anything you dream of in your lives by knowing what it is. So I'll talk to you a little bit about being clear and then focusing on it, like really focusing on it with everything inside of you. Seeing it happen, hearing, does it have a sound? If it did, what would it sound like? And if you put a feeling with it, and the way that we think in our lives has so much to do with what can happen. So you really want to try to think really positive thoughts. And we're always going to run into people in our lives that say, oh, you can't do that. But you know what? Just believe with your whole entire heart that you can do that. And by knowing that you have that belief, and then knowing how to take action steps to do it, you can accomplish any dream, no matter what. So I'll show you towards the end how it's really easy to actually make those dreams happen. But I did bring a dream board. This is something that I did. I had it on just a poster board for a while. And then one day I had this old picture frame, and I thought, I don't really have that up in my house anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and frame my dreams, because I think that our dreams are that important. So I just kind of put some things. I want to relax a little bit more. I want to balance my life. I want to eat right. There's things, maybe a dream home that I may have, resting and relaxing and having fun. And then I cut out little quotes out of magazines to inspire me. So maybe it's a little phrase that inspires me. Maybe it's the fact that I want to try to become more beautiful inside and out. Maybe it's, just life being great and remembering to dream. So each one of you, I'm going to give you a seed today, super little. It's a sunflower seed. And I want this to represent you planting a dream inside of your mind today. And so start kind of thinking about what you dream of. Is it something to do with a job someday? Is it maybe playing a sport? Or, maybe it's something you've seen in a magazine. Maybe it's something you've seen on TV. And really start thinking about, what do you dream of? So do any of you have some dreams already that you want to share? What is it? I said hi. He said hi. Do you have a dream? It's all right. And you know what? The funny thing is, some adults don't have dreams yet. So this isn't a weird thing. It's one of those things where that's why I want to plant this seed in your head today. Sometimes we get so busy in life that we forget to even dream or to figure out what it is we want. So that's how you're going to really make your dreams happen, is first off figuring what it is you want. Do you have a dream? What is it?
I wish to be famous.
Okay, he wants to be famous. So that's a great dream. So today what we're going to do at the end is we're going to write that dream down. So all of you, I'll be able to see all of your dreams by the time I finish today.
I do not have dreams. I have nightmares.
But and as far as he said, with dreams, sometimes he has nightmares. So that's a dream while we sleep. But I want you to start dreaming while you're awake. And by dreaming while you're awake, that means kind of foresee something happening in in your future, in your life, something that you want or something that you wish for? A what? Okay. All right, then you know what? We'll figure that out. And if that's your big, big dream, but remember, whatever it is that we think, that's what we become. So your dream can never be too big. So make it the best wish that you can possibly make. I'll take one more, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about a little bit more, and then we'll answer more questions at the end, okay? So what is your dream? What is it? Okay, so she wants to be a police officer. That's a great goal. And so there again, there's going to be action steps that you'll take to go ahead and to make that reality. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about how I learned to dream. And what I did was, when I was about some of your age, I always dreamed of, I would look through magazines a lot, and I would look through JCPenney catalog, and I thought, ooh, I think it'd be so neat to be in a magazine. So I kind of through time figured out what that was, and figured out that it was modeling, and didn't know anything about it, but when I was about probably 12 years old, I would flip through magazines constantly and remember faces. And so I went ahead and I saw in the back of a magazine one day, it said train to be a model or just look like one. So I took that little ad and I sent that in, and I wrote my name and my address and my phone number on there. And I sent that in and forgot that I even sent that in, but about a year later, I got this call from this modeling school over in Phoenix. And they said, hey, we want you to come to our modeling school. And I thought, oh my gosh, how did they know that that's what I've always dreamed of? And they said, we want you to come in. And so I, of course, begged my mom. It was clear across town. And I said, can you please take me to this interview? And so we went over there. They told me, you know, how much the classes would cost. And I said to my mom, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I've dreamed of. I've always wanted this to happen. So eventually we checked into it a little bit more, and we worked out a payment plan, and I started doing some of those classes. That did not mean I was going to wind up, you know, maybe necessarily in a magazine, but what it did for me was it helped build my confidence. And I learned different things about makeup and hair and feeling beautiful inside, developing personality. And that's something too I want to encourage all of you to do. You can have the best personality in the world. So keep working on that. And what that is learning how to be nice to other people. Learning how to, if you think something nice about somebody, compliment them. All of us want to feel good about ourselves. That's why when I ask a lot of you what you dream of, a lot of you say, I want to be famous. Probably a lot of the reason we want to be famous is because we want people to think so much of us, think great about us. We want to do good and make a difference. So just remembering to always, you know, think really good positive thoughts, but also like be nice to other people and encourage them, because the more you help other people get their dream to come true, the more your dream will come true. So it's all about helping each other as well. And so what I'm going to start out doing is I'm going to go ahead and pass these around. If everybody will just take one of these sunflower seeds, and I want you to think about really what kind of dream you could create. Make it the biggest and the best dream possible. If time or money were no object, what would you actually dream of? So go ahead, I'll start with these guys. Just take one and pass it along. And I'll go ahead and start with these girls. Take one and pass it along. And as you keep passing them along, I want you to start thinking about this is the seed to creating anything you want to create. A sunflower also represents a really beautiful flower. The seed represents when you take and you plant any seed or idea, it takes a while for that to grow. it takes many days and many nights. And in your own lives, you can think about that and how that works. Because a dream may take a while, but if you keep taking the steps each and every day, going to bed again at night, working on it again the next day, you can become that sunflower. And the sunflower always faces the sun. So it can also represent being happy. And also, when you see a sunflower seed or a whole bag of them, I want you to keep in mind how many dreams you can all have. So keep that in mind, that you can build any dream for the rest of your lives. So go ahead and just keep passing those around. One of the very most important things that I want all of you to do, they are salty. I think they are. But you don't want to eat these. These are actual sunflower seeds. I'd love you to plant them. So as far as believing in yourselves, I want each one of you to just kind of remember that there's times in lives where other people may say, oh, you can't do that or you can't do this. I want you to know within your own heart and your own mind that you can do that and you can do anything. And then as far as being clear, being very clear on everything that you want, and even taking, and they actually have done proven studies where if you write down exactly what you want in your life, you can actually see it on paper. It's actually formed into actual reality, even more so by writing things down on paper. So a lot of very successful people, they may journal different priorities that they have through the day and different things like that. And so being clear on what you want. You can, if all of you even took time this summer and you wrote down about 10 things that you really want to happen in your lives, that would be perfect. It's a good start. And then knowing that dreams always change. You might think, okay, I want this dream, and then you turn around and maybe it changes throughout the next year. So sometimes one thing leads to another. So getting clarity is very important. And then also just focusing. What can somebody tell me what you think the word focus means? What is it?
You pay attention to something?
You do. You pay attention to it, and you keep paying attention to it. That's a great answer. To stay on task? Yes, she said to stay on task. So that's perfect. By focusing, you're going to keep staying on task. And how many of you can answer what clarity means or being clear?
Clear is when you, how do you say, wait, what kind of
Clear, like being clear, having clarity in your life. When I talk about like a dream, being clear on what you want.
Like you dream to what you dream and nothing can get in your way. You just clear.
Exactly. He said when you dream a dream and you're clear, nothing can get in your way. That's the perfect answer. So if you can make that happen, you can do anything you want. And what does action steps? Can anybody tell me what does the word action mean?
When you have a lot of movement.
When you have a lot of movement, that's so true. When you take action in your life, that is going to be taking one action step after another. And so when you're creating these dreams and you're taking action, that's how it becomes such a huge reality. So I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to talk just a little bit about building a dream. I'm going to show you on paper what happens with this. This is called a roadmap. And if you wanted to get from Arizona to, say, Colorado, you would probably need a roadmap to get you there. It would tell you turn by turn, step by step, how you're going to end up there. So what I want to show you today is how to roadmap any dream that you want in your life. So we're going to start out with you. So you can make a little circle right here at the bottom. Then what you're going to do is you're going to label that me. And then you're going to make a little winding road, just a little squiggle line up to another circle. That next circle is going to be labeled your dream, whatever that may be. So on the back of the paper, you can put your dream, or on the top of the paper, like this one says, build my dream board. At the time, I didn't have my dream board built. So in order to do that, I have to make these little ticks, which are my action steps. And these little ticks say, okay, go through magazines. So that was my first action step. My second says, buy a foam core board, like a poster board. So this underneath all my pictures that I cut out has a board. And it could be any white piece of board. You can get those at Walgreens. Then I have to go ahead and pull out all my favorite tears, just meaning different tear sheets, like all of these little pictures I just tore out of magazines to figure out, oh, this is neat, that's neat. Sometimes maybe we need to kind of look around before we can get clarity on what we want. And then go ahead and I put my dreams and my intentions. So for me, making my house a nice place for my family to be, family relationships, time, and so I put some notes of what I want, and then I created that within my dream board. I also have time, because time is such a hard thing sometimes to grasp, and it seems like we can let it get away from us, so we really want to focus on something like that, or that was something that I dream of. And I have financial plan and freedom, and then I have to be organized. So those were things that I dreamed of for my dream board for my life, and this might be a good way for you to figure out some things you dream of for your life. So did everybody get a sunflower seed?
Yes.
And do you all have a dream?
Yes.
Is there anybody here who needs help figuring out a dream? You do? What do you love to do? You do? And what else do you love to do? Do you like sports? What sports do you love? Football? So do you play football now? No? So is that something you dream of? Okay, so today, let's kind of focus on that, and we can help you figure out how you can make that dream happen. You could do that too. You can make 2 sheets. But if that's something you really, really want, put that down. But if you really, really want football, don't waste time on the things you don't want. I suggest make it really something that you really want with your whole heart, because whatever you focus on, that's what can happen. So we're going to go ahead and give everybody a sheet of paper, and I brought a few of these. They're a little bit harder cardboard, so you can go ahead and take one of these. If you want to take a stack, and we'll pass those around. Write your dream on either the top or the back of that sheet, and then we'll go around and we're going to help you do the me circle and what you dream of at the top, because sometimes it's like climbing a mountain to get there, and you kind of hit those twists and winding roads, but it's worth it. So does everybody have their pen? No? Okay, if you do have your pen, it's a good time you can go ahead and pull that out and go ahead and write your dream where you want it, at the top of your paper or the back of your paper.
If you need a paper, we have volunteers coming around, and if you don't have a pen, just raise your hand and we'll get you a marker.
Yep, you can write it on the top here if you want. So I had a question. Somebody asked me where they should write the dream, on this, on the top of this, or on the top of that. Really, your roadmap can be any design you create, anything that makes you happy. But this way, I think there's a lot of room. By having a lot of room, you can start with me, end with your dream, and make that little cool winding road. And then make little marks, and we'll figure out what action steps you need to take to make that happen.
Okay, guys, take a seat. You're going to be doing this right where you're sitting. So take a seat.
Like this?
Yes, that's perfect. Okay, so she did a perfect little roadmap right here. She has her dream on the back right here. Do you mind if I share your dream, or it's okay? Okay, so she says she wants a big home for her family. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to figure that out on the back here. So I want you to put me here and put home for family here. Okay, go ahead and put me, M-E, at the bottom, and write your dream at the top. Okay, that's perfect. So then I want you to think about, what would it take for you to get to this? Would you have to figure out a job? What does your imagination say? You could figure out a place to, or what kind of job you want someday. You do? Okay, so then also put here, she wants that you want a barber shop. Okay? You can put another thing, so you can just put it next to it. Okay, does somebody else want to give me an example of what you dream of? Does anybody else want to share? Okay, so here's another example. I'm going to go ahead and give you another example. So she started out with, she wants a big home for her family. So in order to possibly have a big home for her family, what she would have to do probably eventually is figure out, a way to make that happen. So she also said she would like to own her own barber shop. And yes, so I'll help you a little more. Okay, so I'm going to just walk around and I'm going to come help some of you, okay? Figure out action steps. So we want to figure out action steps to make our dreams come true. This one I'm going to share. If everybody wants to just listen just for one more quick second, this will also give you an example. This will kind of relate to all of you. So happiness now. Happiness now was another thing that I created. And in order to have that, one thing would be for me to kind of organize things in my life. And so I went through and I put organize and how I would do that. And health. Health is also very important. So with health, those steps. So I'm going to walk around now and I'll come help you out. Okay.
I wish I can be a basketball.
You did. Perfect. Okay. So go ahead and make your marks.
That is nice.
Okay, and right here, and right here, and right here. So right here, would you have to be, you could put practice basketball, right? Do you have a basketball? Do you have a basketball? Okay, so put here, get your basketball out. Do you have it?
My dream is to be a tattoo artist.
Here. So you'd have to get your basketball out to play, right? Right? And then you'd have to start playing basketball. So go ahead and write playing basketball.
Hey, do something like that. Do the manager and do. We need. I wish to be.
That's nice. To be a judge. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So does this help you figure out how to make your dreams come true? So finish high school, good college, study hard, law school, lawyer.
To be elected a judge.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Do you mind if I share this? Okay.
To be rich.
Yeah, of course you can. Because all you have to do is figure out how to do that then. Do you know what I mean?
Can you help me when you're done?
Yes, I will. Okay, so it's about time to wrap up. I'm going to share one more that one of the students did create in here on the back. She put that she wants to be a judge. So by doing that, she has in here finish high school. She has go to college, study hard, law school, lawyer, elect to be a judge. So that's actually really great that she did that. And I just want all of you to know you can keep working on these. We're going to go ahead and wrap up for today. I hope that this helped you figure out how to dream. And I hope that it helps you figure out just baby steps to take to make those dreams come true. So thank you very much. I'm going to leave my little cards up here in closing. Feel free to take one. On the back of it, it says, I'm living the dream. This again will just remind you, just remember to live your dream. Thank you. Thank you so much.